Hi guys, in this quick presentation, I'm about to show you 5 reasons why your backlink doesn't work and what to do based on scientific data. Now before we get into why your backlink doesn't work, let's take a look at a scenario where you might have come across working while trying to get your link. So first, you found a very good link. You worked hard to secure that link, and finally you got that link. Then you waited for weeks to pass as you wanted to see, whether that links work or not, essentially to get the rankings up, and nothing happened. So does this sound familiar to you? How many times has this happened to you where you got a very good link, you secured it, you paid money for it, you waited for weeks to pass, and eventually nothing really happened? Do you want to know why? Well, the answer is this is because backlink algorithm is one of the most safeguarded algorithms after clicks data. Now you see over the past couple of years, or I would say a past decades or two, most SEOs like us in general have been trying to spam the algorithms by doing things like link manipulations, trying to buy backlinks, etc., which ultimately made Google release the famous 2012 Google Penguin algorithms, which actually penalize website trying to do these link building schemes, right? Then after Penguin algorithms, Google then turned into machine-based algorithms to essentially try to detect unnatural links, right? So this is why there has been very bad reputations when it comes to backlinks and in general, and also is also one of the most important rankings factors. That's why Google has safeguarded and all the algorithms that are relevant to links. But it's not actually the most heavily safeguarded. The most heavily safeguarded is obviously going to be the clicks data, which obviously Google has also perfected by selling AdWords or Google Ads in general. This is why making sure that getting a link and actually making it work has become so much difficult over the past few years. And I'm sure only very recently Google released a spam algorithm update, right, which try to combat different spam schemes, which I'm sure links is probably one of them as well. And based on my scientific data in single variable environment and experience working on hundreds of websites, I finally cracked the code, which allows me to be able to get results like this, where the website has seen around 14 position increase after just one backlink for 22,000 searches per month keyword, and this where the website saw about 73 position increase in the rankings with just one backlink alone after I think about 10 or 12 days. Right, so you would be able to get results like this that I just showed you if you know exactly what makes a backlink work. But first, you have to also understand what actually makes a backlink don't work, right? And here are some 5 reasons why your link doesn't work. The first reason is very obvious one, that is you're not properly optimized your content. So making sure that you have a strong on-page foundations on the page that you want to build links to is the first and foremost thing you need to take care of, right? So if let's say you build a link to a non-optimized page, you might still see results, but it might not be as good as you expect to see, right? So first, make sure that you have a strong on-page or strong foundations right before you build your link. Second, your link, or actually there's not enough trust on both ends. And what I mean by both ends, it means there's not enough trust on your backlink page, or what I like to call a source, and your page, what I like to call as your target, right? So you got your backlink page and you got your target page or your URL. You want to increase the rankings, but there's not enough trust in both of these pages, or at least one of them. So based on my test, I found that you have to build enough trust on both your source or your backlink page and your target or your URL, the page you want to increase the ranking to. And essentially, there are many ways on how you can build the trust on both of your backlink page and your target page, which I cannot really review in this video, as it's the kept secret that I only share with my clients who subscribe for my coaching program. But what I can tell you here is things like making sure that your backlink page has a strong on page, as well as your page has a strong on page. Also, the first thing, making sure that you have included enough entities on both the ends, means on your backlink page you have enough entities on them, and your page as well, and there's enough topical relevance on your backlink page, right? So making sure you got links from a topically relevant website also helps increase the trust of your backlink page as well as your page, right? If let's say your website is already strong on topical relevance or topical authority, then you also increase your trust as well, right? So here are some of the few things I can share publicly. But if you want to learn more, make sure you maybe join my SEO coaching program. Just reach out to me and let's see how I can help you, right? And so far, if you like this video, make sure to press that like button and subscribe to the channel as well if you want to learn more with SEO in general, right? And third reasons why your backlink doesn't work is probably you got a problem called as link saturations. And what I mean by link saturations, link saturation is a term which I came up with. Essentially means when your target page or the page you want to increase the rankings has too many links, right? So let's say you build 3 links and then you saw some result and you start building more links to your target page or your page you want to increase rankings, and after that you kind of reach the saturation point, right? Like no matter what you do, no matter how many backlinks you build to your target page, you're not really seeing the results, right? So after 3 or 4 links, you kind of hit that ceiling, or or it has become saturated, right? So every page or for every keyword has like what I like to call as a saturation point. So after a certain number of links, it will stop working, right? So what does this mean? It means you gotta have to change your target page, right? So it means this page is kind of already saturated with number of links, so you have to change your target, right? And the fourth point here is there's some kind of over optimization both on and off page. So if there is either on over optimization on your on page, the page you want to increase the rankings, or your backlink page, or essentially means if you have over optimized, in most cases it's going to be your anchor text. So if there's an over optimization on your on page and or your anchor text, then your backlink won't work, right? So making sure that you do proper on page but don't go too overboard. At the same time, your anchor text, make sure you stay with the safe anchor text, right? So I'll give you the summarization or the summary of what you essentially have to be doing to make sure your backlinks work, right? So at the end of the presentation, so make sure you stay on. And fifth, your link is too weak, right? So in general, let's say you already have good on page, your backlink is already have some trust level there. You already make sure that there's no over optimization. Your link is not saturated. Then if still your backlink doesn't work, then probably your link is just too weak, right? So making sure that you got a link that already has some value or some page rank or some link juice or some I wouldn't say DR, because DR or DA works on a domain level, but what I'm essentially referring to here is a PA or UR or URL rating or a page authority. Essentially how strong your page is, right? The backlink page, because backlink at the end of the day works on a page level, and that's where the page rank algorithm comes from, right? Page rank, page level algorithm. So you got to make sure that the page where you're getting the links from has some authority on it, right? Not just the domain authority. So let me just give you an example how it looks. Let's say you got a very good guest post here and you link it to your target page, but this is an orphan page. An orphan page means it's the page on a website where it doesn't have or doesn't receive the love from other pages, right? So let's say it's a very high domain rating, like let's say, or domain authority, let's say a DA of 50. You got a link from a very strong domain authority website, but there's really no internal linking from other pages on that domain to this page, and hence it is called as an orphan page, or a page that doesn't receive any love from other surrounding pages on that domain, which makes this page a very weak backlink. Because like I said, backlinks works on a page level basis. That's where the page rank algorithm comes from. And if this page is too weak to pass enough page rank, you'll probably not see enough or any results at all to your target page, right? So I'm also going to discuss what you can do when it comes to, increasing the authority of your backlink page right after, this slide. So make sure you stay on, right? So here's a summary of what to do in order to make sure that you get at least 90% plus guarantee that your link will work. So first, make sure that you do a proper on page before building your links. Like I said, start with the strong foundations of on page, and then next you gotta make sure that you build some trust signals to both your page, or your target page, and the backlink page, right? So like I said, some of the things you can do are making sure you have an optimized backlink page, the on page of your backlink. Your backlink has some topical authority, right? So making sure you're getting links from topical authority relevant website is also very important, and making sure that your page, your website itself, also has a strong topical relevance, right? So here are some of the things that I can actually give away in this free presentations. Then next, you also when it comes to the link saturation problem, what you can do here is you can check to see the average of do follow links pointing to your competitor page, right? So what you can do, you can type in your keyword on Google, open up the top 5 results, and count how many number of do follow backlinks that your competitors page your competitors are getting, right, for that keyword. So let's say the top results have like 10 do follow links, the second result have like 15 do follow links, and then third, so on, etc., etc. What you can do, you can take the average of those 5 results, and you can make that as a number of links that you should be planning to build to your target page, right? So make sure you don't exceed that average. This is not going to give you the exact number of links. In fact, there's really no way to guarantee how many links you should build to prevent the link saturation problem. But by taking the average, will actually give you quite a very good idea of how many links you need to build to that page before it kind of hit the saturation point. And when it comes to over optimization, make sure you go heavy on branded anchor text. So try to stay away from keyword anchor text, right? Or anchor text that contains your keyword, and keep it lightweight on your on page. So like I said, you got to make sure you have a strong on page, but don't really go too much heavy on having your exact match keyword a lot of time mentioned, or even like some partial match keyword, right? Like let's say you try to rank for computer repair, New York, then you got to make sure that you don't really exceed the keyword density of computer repair, as well as the word computer as well, computer and repair and New York, right? These 3, also you try to separate them to 3 main word, and check the keyword density, right? You can also use tools like Surfer SEO, which will kind of gives you the recommendation of how many times you have to mention that word. But again, that is not really it can help sometimes. It also doesn't help sometimes. Well, so you also need to make sure you use some of your human judgment to try to stay on a lower side when it comes to keyword frequency, or how many times you have your keyword mentioned on the page, right? And lastly, to make sure that your backlink is strong enough, make sure you build either you build some tier 2 links, or essentially mean you're building some more backlinks to your backlink page, or you ask your linking site to add some internal links to your backlink page. So let's say you got a very good guest post. What you can do on top of that here is you can ask the website owner to add some internal links from other pages on their website to your backlink page, right? So nowadays, some of the SEOs like to do this a lot. So what they do here is they pay a little $10 or $15 extra for that, and they will ask the site owner to add some internal links, roughly about two to three internal links to your backlink or to your guest post page, right? So this will help flow some page rank or some authority to your linking page. Otherwise, you can also go for things like PBNs, where you essentially getting links from the home page itself. So that already has quite a lot of links juice already. So that will give you an edge, or will give you an advantage over your competitors, right? So and if you want to know more, of course, don't hesitate to reach out for an SEO coaching program, or if you have any questions in general, make sure you leave them in the comment section and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. I'll leave the link to my coaching program in the description so you can learn more. And of course, it's not just a coaching program, there's also a consultation. Like if you want to just come for 1 or 2 hour of consultation, that's also possible as well. So that's all for this quick presentations. If you have any questions, again, feel free to ask them in the comment section down below. I'll try to understand as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.